Hey, good day to all of you. My name is Blair and welcome to another OS operating system. Today we're gonna take a look into Ubuntu Studio 24.04.1 LTS. It is a distro for the creative content creators. So let's try to look into this operating system, Ubuntu Studio 24.04.1 LTS long-term support. I'm Blair, your science, computer, and mathematics teacher. So let's dive into their website first, which is ubuntu.com, and of course go to the get right here and then go to the flavors. So as you can see, we have different flavors right here. So let's go to the Ubuntu Studio, which is right here. Let's click that one, and there you have it. We have the version 24.04.1 LTS. So this is the first altered version of 24.04. And we also have the 24.10, which is just not a LTS. It will be ending its support until only on July 2025, while the Ubuntu Studio 24.04.1, it is an LTS which is supported until April of 2027. Ubuntu Studio uses a Plasma desktop environment by KDE. Don't want KDE Plasma? Well, use Ubuntu Studio installed on your favorite computer. Of course, we have some release note right here. Let's click that one and let's look into this. So they have all the information right here. For example, if you want to upgrade from your 24.04 LTS, you could use this one as your guide to upgrade. Okay, let's go back to the front page. So why Ubuntu Studio? So for your audio, graphics, video, and of course your photography, you have all those information and application that you need, from recording, mixing, and remastering and mastering your audio, plus your graphic and raspberry vectors and 3D modeling. For your video, we have edit, animation, and composite. In the photography, we have the process, the organizing, and the edit. So download Ubuntu Studio, made for creators. This is creative people that create graphics, videos, modeling, and so on. Ubuntu Studio is a community effort created by volunteers targeted towards all skill level, from the beginners to the pros, and aim to be easy to install and easy to use, as well as provide all the tools necessary for any types of media content creators. So if you are also the developer, help us make Ubuntu Studio better, go ahead and support by volunteering yourself right here on Ubuntu. So it is an open source operating system, and it is a official flavor of Ubuntu, which is a distributor of our Linux based kernel operating system. It is widely used for creators just like me. One of my computer actually is using a Ubuntu Studio, and at the same time I'm using a big Linux as my daily driver, plus the KDE Neon, which is on my other computer. And it is most common free multimedia application available and configured for the best performance for your video, graphics, audio, photography, and publishing. So do check their Twitter, X, their Facebook, and Mastodon. So just click and head to the ubuntustudio.org for your information. So let's go to their feature. Okay, let's click the feature. We have the audio. Let's check out what are the audio. So we have jack, audio, Carla, synthesizers, guitar amps, and so on. Okay. For our graphics, Krita, Blender, Inkscape, GIMP, and Pico Pixel. For our photography, we have Digicam with a letter K, Darktable, and the last one for our video, we have, of course, my favorite Kdenlive for my non-linear video editing application, and of course the FFmpeg for the codings and the support of the thumbnailings, and my favorite, which is I'm using it right now, right here. That is my OBS. As you can see, when I speak, I have the audio, right? So that is the OBS Studio, which is a Linux application, and of course it is now a multi-platform application that is being used in different operating systems. So the download right here, you have all the options right here. You have the Ubuntu Studio 24.04.1 LTS, and of course your Ubuntu Studio 24.10. So if you're asking for the requirement, we have the requirement for the CPU, at least 2 dual core or equivalent, plus a 4 gig of random access memory, and a drive space of 32 gigabytes. For your editing, of course, we recommend you to have a i5 or equivalent or better CPU or central processing unit, and 16 gigabytes of random access memory. And of course, if you're working for audio and video, so you have to have more than 64 gigabytes of disk space or drive space or storage space. So take note that the AMD 64 ISO image are for Intel and AMD based system. Okay, so it's supposed to be used for the AMD and Intel based architectural design CPU or central processing unit. So put it on a bootable USB, which is, I recommend most of the time, is the Balena Etcher. It is much better compared to the Rufus. Rufus is a little bit like it's hard to identify, but right here you have only like the select image, your ISO right here, and your drive, and then you just click flash. It is so easy, no problem with that one. So Balena Etcher is also available in Windows, Mac, and of course Linux. And if you want to have a deb file, so just click right here. For the RPM, for the Red Hat Package Manager, just click right here. So that's for the website. So let's head to the boxes. I prefer boxes. It is much easy to understand, and of course it's just easy to open Ubuntu Studio right here. Okay, let's click that one and give it like okay, just gonna put like 8 gigabytes of random access memory, plus, let me see, probably I just gonna give it 30 storage space for your disk, virtual disk actually. So this is the grub menu. So this is still on the live boot. So this is the live boot. let's click our live boot. I want to test it first before anything else. Okay, we are now in live boot, going into the startup. So as you can see, we have a welcome app. Very cool. It is still connecting. So let's click English for our language, plus our keyboard US English, wire connection right now. And okay, so this is the installer. So let's click install. So I think it is interactive, step by step, so that you could see. But of course, if you're an advanced user, you could always go for that one, interactive. If you have the automatic, it's up to you. Enter the auto HTML path if you have, but for the interactive, just click next. Of course, you have to click the updating and erase. This is for the fresh, no OS. So if you have OS, it will have another block right here, either in between this one, the erase and manual, or probably down here. It will says that you need to install alongside, but I don't have any other Windows or even different OS, so I just gonna erase everything. Of course, I have to put my name for the computer, and then I'll just give it a 4-digit, which is just only for my personal use. So that is why I only used 4-digit for my password. Yes, it is weak, but this is just for my personal home, and not so, like, I don't use this for my banking or something. This is just for my regular operating, so it will be okay. It will be required password to log in. Yes, I prefer that one. And of course, I'm here in Thailand, but not in Bangkok, but my time zone is still in Bangkok. Let's just click next. And then this is the summary. We have all those summary from the disk, installation, application, security, and more. This or encrypted. No, I don't need to have an encrypted. This is just for my personal, and it is not for secure uses of this computer. This is just for my YouTube viewing. Okay, so SDA1 for the partition, SDA2 for the extent or ext4, which is for our files. Okay, install. So let's wait to finish installing. Of course, I might be fast forward this one, as it will be like boring to just watch without anything, like it's just a numbers or percentage or something. But of course, I will do it very fast. Alright, so the Ubuntu Studio 24.04.1 LTS is now installed and ready to be used. Let's try our initial boot. Restart now. Okay, we have our first, we need to put in our super secret password, and I prefer the Plasma X11. Enter. Okay, the system and the configuration is not yet. Okay, let's try to fix this one. This is the initial boot, so we're just gonna restart it. Okay, so let's see. It is now our initial boot after the configuration, the automatic configuration for the computer to register everything. Okay, again, let's enter our super secret password. Okay, it is now identify it. Okay, we still have some issues, but of course, let's try to change that in our system configuration. Let's try to check our display. Okay, this is the display. So go to the settings and go to the display settings and go for your 1080 to match your system and keep it. Okay, now it is good. Let's close this one. So this is our initial boot. Do they have a welcome page? Okay, let's look for a welcome page right here. Do they have welcome page? No, they don't have. Okay, only splash page. Okay, so this is their desktop environment, which they don't have any welcome page, but the installer has a welcome page. This is the desktop and user interface, the desktop UI. So instead of the bottom, we have in the upper, so you're not get distracted from the environment that you are using, like if you are editing. So it's still there. We still have the start menu right here. We have the quick launch right here. All those need that you, the web browser, the audio, video, photography, editing, video editor, and all those stuff, it's up there in the quick launch. And the other side, which is the notification area, we have the notification right here. We have the updates. We need some updates. The volume right here, plus the USB and the internet right here. And we have all those stuff from the display configuration and all those power management. Plus, of course, your time and date right here. And of course, this is their desktop wallpaper. Of course, let's check out the wallpaper if they have any. So they have their wallpaper right here. Ooh, we have Banawe. Oh my gosh, this is in the Philippines. I've been to this place actually in Banawe, Rice Terraces, one of the 7 wonders of the world. Okay, there's the bee. We also have the sunrise, the glass, the interference, dynamic. The dynamic didn't load, or okay, it's just only like go to the wall page. We also have some, okay, materia dark and materia light, mountain, and of course we have the Ubuntu Studio 24.04, and this one is the Ubuntu Studio No Bun Bat. And your configurations for your appearance also right here. Let's go to the appearance, more appearance. So you have the global theme. You also have the style of your application, plus your plasma style, your color, your Windows decoration, from your font to icons. Okay, so this is their icons. You could also change this into the Ubuntu Mono Dark. Let's click that one, and click apply, and then there you have it. It is now on Ubuntu Mono Dark. You could also use the Ubuntu Mono Light. See, the icons are different now. So you have all the options right here, plus your cursor. If you want to have like this kind of cursor, your font manager right here, plus your splash page. Let's try this one. Okay, this is how about the dark? Oh, nothing. Okay, it's just the same. Apply. Okay, so that is their appearance. Now let's go to the application. This is so much many right here. So for our audio production, you have all those stuff from the effects to the instrument to the MIDI to the meter bridge to the audio, Audacity, and many more. Ooh, so many. How about for the graphics? We have the graphics utilities right here. For the photography, we have the dark table, Gwyn Viewer, Blender, GIMP, Krita, Draw, and Pico Pixel. For our video production, we have Blender again, we have Free Show, your Kden Live, OBS Studio, and all those stuff. Developer, if you want to change something that you are like want to tweak. For your internet, we have the Firefox web browser. For your email app, we have the Thunderbird email app or email client. Playback, we have also the VLC. And mix with the XXX and Elsa media player. For Office, of course, there are all the LibreOffice suite and the Ocular. Of course, for your additional drivers and settings, go to the settings folder, system right here. So basically you have all the settings from the Discover, which is your software installer, software manager, and software search. KDE partition manager right here, your software source, system monitor, and of course the audio configuration. The utilities right here, yes, utilities, the information. All right, so you have also the help and the installer, plus the email list, support chat, and your website help, and of course your power and sessions. Power sessions, how to shut down, how to log out, how to restart, how to get to sleep, and how to switch from one user to another user. Okay, let's try to click in the application manager, which is the Discover. So this is the first time we open, so let's see if they could load everything. Initial, probably it will be taking too long. Plus we have 85. Ooh, so we have some unexpected sudden lag out, or we need to restart. Okay, need to restart the app because it has a update, supposed to be a 85 update. Oh my. Okay, we have some error probably. Okay, let's just, oh my gosh. Okay, just use the terminal. Okay, let's try to Pecan update. If we could not do the update from the graphics user interface, let's use the command line interface. So this is the problem right now with Ubuntu. We have some bugs since the launch of 24.04.1. We still have some bugs. Probably it will have some fixes in like after several weeks after. Probably by December it will be stable already. So if you want to use the 24.04.1, you have to wait until December. But if you are a beta tester, so it is okay, as we intended to test before we officially released the stable version. Alright, so I think we could like clear this one. It's a little bit like have some graphics problem. Let's see if we don't have any. Yes, the update is now gone. Let's try to click again our discover if we could use the software center, and let's look if okay. It looks like everything is okay. So I think this is the problem with the 24.04.1 Ubuntu. Either it is the original or, you know, we need to wait for several weeks. Probably by December it will be already okay. It will be a stable. Okay. So let's try to look for some software. Let's try to download. Let me see if we have some. Let's just use the web browser. Okay, let's just download this one, Falcon. Okay, let's put on the super secret password. How does it works? Yes, it's totally fine now. Okay, so let's close that one or minimize and then go to the internet. Do we have Falcon right now? Yes, we have Falcon. So let us see if we could like search the Ubuntu. Alright, there you have it. We have already Ubuntu. Use Ubuntu terminal and run Linux application on Windows. Yeah, true. Because actually they're hybrid of Linux already, the Windows, and they are supporting a lot now in Linux. Okay, let's go to the alright. Okay, that's cool. How about the official OS? Okay, so that's how you install, that's how you update. Probably you will use the terminal for this one. Conclusion on this operating system, Ubuntu Studio 24.04.1 LTS. Well, for me it is not yet stable. I test this one. I update my KDE Neon Plasma 6 to the base of Ubuntu 24.04.1, and it is not yet stable. Even the Ubuntu right now, the Ubuntu Studio 24.0.1 LTS, not yet stable. Let's wait for several weeks, like in December probably. It will be stable already. The installation will be easy to install, but it's still not yet stable. Feels like it's like Windows. And of course, it feels like different from Windows at the same time. The experience will be some sort of ordinary to have a new operating system, like you have the new operating system of your mobile phones. Well, it will be like that. Well, your mobile phones is actually Linux. It is running in Linux. That's why it is very easy, very, how do I say this one? It is lightweight. Just like in Linux operating system in desktop, it is absolutely lightweight. But in desktop Windows, no. It's still some of the fanatics, of course, they are really like trying to like, this is really good. Yeah, of course, you're using it for a couple of years and you are used to that particular like sluggish-ish. But if you are a user of different OS, like you have Mac, you have Ubuntu, you have Big Linux, you have KDE Linux, you're even using the tablets like iPad or Mac OS, or even Samsung DeX, which is Samsung DeX is actually Ubuntu desktop environment. Well, or the Genome desktop environment. So it's basically like that. So for me, it is natural to have this experience, like you're having the problem of using it for a couple of weeks or days, but after that you'll be okay with it. Well, now let's try to shut down our OS. Let's click right here in the apps and then go to the power session and click the shutdown. Before I go, if you have some question, feel free to ask me. Write it in the comments down below. I'm Blair, your science, computer, and mathematics teacher. Bye for now and see you in the next episode. Ciao. Shutdown.